Hey guys, I'm Jacob. This is the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Kabar Mark II, most commonly known as the Marine Corps fighting knife or Kabar fighting knife. I'm going to announce the winner that will be receiving one brand new in box. Let me make sure that I can be updated with chat here real quick. Any day, computer. Any doggone day. If it could just tell me that I'm live, that'd be great. Tonight will probably be a little bit shorter than normal. Lord willing, we're going to give this knife away and talk a little bit about it, talk a little bit about my camping trip and whatever else you guys want, and that'll probably be about it for this week, unless something crazy comes up. So let me check my sound here. What's up, Mr. Nava? Pull your Glock. Alright, sounds like my sound is working. Alright guys, so to start this video off, I'm going to show you up close, but here we have the Kabar Mark II combat knife, and I will be doing a beginning video on this very shortly. And here we have one brand new in box, and I'm never even going to open this box. I guess it got a little damage in shipping or something. The box got a little whatever. But I'm not going to open this up. Brand new, exact same model as what I'll be testing. And so I got to talk about my Patreon real quick, because that really made it possible through generous donations through my patrons. And so I've got a link to my Patreon in the description box below. And 6 patrons made these knives possible, and some more stuff. I'm planning on picking up a camera here pretty soon. Also, to upgrade the quality of my video content. And it's just an incredible thing. And basically, out of the 6 patrons that I have, one of them tonight is going to win this knife. Pretty dang good odds for winning knife. This fire was not this hot just literally a second ago, so I'm going to sit sideways here. Okay, Matthias, knives or handguns? Definitely depends on the situation, bud, but ideally both. So anyways, once we get a few more people in here, we'll do the giveaway. Right now, I'm going to actually walk up there and hopefully show you this knife and sheath in closer detail. All right. It is a beautiful knife, guys. Actually, I don't know if you can even hear me right now because I've got my nice mic set up. But the sheath is kind of cheap. I'm going to go ahead and go back up there because I don't really think you can actually hear me. About to find out. All right, I've got a shotgun mic set up, so I don't know if you could hear me while I was up there. But Kabar Mark II, it is a beautiful knife. No doubt about it. I just showed the sheath. The sheath is made in Mexico. Kind of a letdown. But at the price, these were $65 each. The sheath is a freebie. If you love the knife, update the sheath, guys. One Time Outdoors, DJ Rayner. Dude, this Yellow Hawk sheath, how much do I love it? 100%. My 2 favorite knives right now, pretty much, have Yellow Hawk custom Kydex sheaths on them. There's a reason for it. We had someone talking about how they couldn't justify the cost of a Kydex sheath. I actually totally understand that. It's a big investment, But if you invest in the knife and you're going to use it a lot, it 100% makes sense to invest in the sheath. I love this thing, 10 out of 10. Love the Exotac. So Tomar is A-OK. I'm not completely tracking what you're saying. Are you talking about Tomar's Kabars, Jeremiah? Yes, the handle is stacked leather. It's very nice. James Pablos, good to have you. All right, so real quick, we can talk about anything today, but while I've got your guys' attention, we're going to go ahead and find out who's going to be winning this knife. Let's see. So I could do a random drawing. That's kind of what I normally do. I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I've got numbers 1 through 6 with people's names on this card right here. I know that you can't read the names from this distance, so I'm okay with flipping it over. What I want you guys to do right now is pick a number between 1 and 6, and the first number that gets posted is going to be the winner. By the way, Kevin, not much, man. Glad to have you. All right, pull your Glock. Pick number 4. Number 4 on this list, I hope you don't mind giving off names. I guess I'll only show the person who won. Number 4, Red Gat. I don't know. You saw it? Red Gat is our winner. He will be getting this. I'm going to be doing a mega shipment, I think tomorrow. Very soon you're going to be getting your own brand new Kabar Mark II. Congratulations. Super awesome. So, the Kabar Mark II in general, I'm about to test it, so I don't want to say too much about it, but this is advertised by Kabar as a classic, just famous fighting knife. That advertisement could, in my opinion, probably be no more true. That's exactly what this knife is. But it has gained a reputation as the ultimate survival knife. That, I believe, is what this knife is not. So what we're going to do, thanks to my Patreon supporters, is I'm going to start testing this blade. First, I'm going to do a basic overview video. We're going to talk about the history, what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to do, what I think about it, basic specs. The second video, we're going to use this knife as a bushcraft knife, and I think it will do great. Let's be honest, I think it's going to do just, maybe not great, but definitely fine as a bushcraft knife. And then in the third video, we're going to use this knife for some survival tasks, and we're going to see how it holds up. We're going to talk about its strengths and weaknesses, and we're going to slowly ramp up the difficulty of testing until the knife breaks. Why? For a few reasons. Number one, I'm going to show you at what level this knife should be capable of handling abuse, so that if you have the knife, you know for yourself. And then at what level it probably can no longer handle abuse. Once again, the idea is so that you can see the progression and understand the capability of the blade. And everybody hates it when you break a knife, but I think that it's educational, so we're going to. I will also be contacting Kabar and asking them, telling them exactly what happened to the knife, asking them if they will honor their warranty. I will let you know what they say, but we will not be sending the knife in for warranty. So if they say yes, send it in, and we'll replace it, I'm going to say, I did it for YouTube. and I did it on purpose. Will not be replacing it. So that's the plan, guys. So yeah. Anybody have any questions this week? Anything specific that's eating at you? Let me know. I had a very busy week. I'll say this just because I don't think anybody who doesn't need to know is watching or will watch. But I found out this week that Mariah is pregnant. So I'm going to be a dad, and I'm super excited. And so I'm selling some knives on the Prepper's Bunker on Facebook for really, really good prices. And I guess we're going to start buying diapers. And I kind of want to buy a gun and a bike before the baby's born. We'll see how that works out. But that's incredible for us. It's answered prayer. And it's kind of crazy. I'm going to keep it PG, but we're almost 5 years married. And we're thinking about having kids for a little while now. Finally being ready to pull the trigger, I guess you might say. And she's never been on birth control, so we're just being smart about things. And it was like one day, we were like, well, let's just go ahead and have kids. And like the next day, we were like, no, let's hold off until after the 5-year anniversary so we can do a lot of stuff this summer because we have a lot of stuff planned. And I guess it did not take much. We thought might take a little more than that, but it didn't. So, yeah, that's very exciting. That's what's going on in my life right now. And if any of you guys have questions, I'm about to start a new YouTube channel, trying to get into shape. I have been bicycling, and I'm going to start a new channel for that because I don't think that most of my subscribers would appreciate me talking about bikes all the time. So it's probably going to be called Two-Wheeled Adventures with Jake, and I've got an Instagram for that. So if you guys like bicycles, that might be fun for you to watch. We're going to build a track in the backyard and stuff. But Jeremiah, goat babies. Goat babies need to happen in my life also. We've got these little goats over here. Kimber is sassy as can be, and I think it won't be until next spring, though, that she will be bred. So, that's what's up. All right, guys. Well, Gerber LMF, James Pablos. Okay, I think the Gerber LMF represents a pretty good package, but I believe they're all serrated, made out of 420HC, which, contrary to popular belief, I think is an excellent choice for that knife. I would prefer the version with no serrations, the strong arm, and I believe there's one other model. I believe they're essentially the same blade, just without serrations. As I understand it, they're full tang and reliable, and they're stainless. And I think they're decent. I think there's a lot of other stuff on the market money-wise that might be better, but it depends on the person. I don't have one in hands, so I can't exactly say, but you know what? I think that Hogue, that Hogue overall makes a better knife. It is more expensive, but I think that it's worth more than they sell it for. So it's a little more expensive, but I think it's worth a lot more. So that's something to consider. Yeah, so the Hogue FO2, and then there's also, I think it's the, man, I can't quite remember. It's been a lot. We're actually going to do a destruction test on a Hogue FO2 here pretty soon. So you'll see exactly how legit that is or is not. I think I'm actually cooking this laptop. I better move this thing. That's way too hot. That's really, really hot. The Hogue also has a larger blade, a 6-inch blade, and an 8-inch blade, and A2 tool steel. I really want to try one of those. I think that's something that people definitely have to look at. But I'm going to start bringing that FO2 out more. It's a great blade. It's a blade that I think people really overlook. Oh, the SP5, for someone who won't spend over 80 bucks, total go. The only other real option in that price range is the Scrama, and that would be right at the top of their $80 limit. But the SP5 to me is like a gateway knife. It's going to lead to good things, and it sets a high bar for expectations, so they can't buy the SP5 and use it and get used to it and then buy some piece of junk with a thick edge and think it's good, because they'll have high expectations because they're used to the SP5. Great knife for the money. Solid recommendation. So, yeah, $84 is, well, I don't know. Is it a lot for 420HC? The steel, 420HC and 12C27, the steel doesn't play actually that big of a role with price. But you know, Buck offers everything in 420HC, but it's all hollow ground. I think that if Buck would offer like their 110 knife, saber grind, flat grind, that people would be all over it. I would like to have some words with Buck, and I think that I could help them do good things. But, you know, who knows? Oh, man. So how many 2x4s do I go through? I'll do 5 per knife. Each one is 18 inches. And I think for 8-foot 2x4s, I think I've gone through like 20 or 30. I don't know. I've gone through a lot of pressure-treated 4x4s for batoning tests as well. So, a lot. It's kind of expensive. And I don't know the next time I'll do a test like that, but it probably won't be too long. But in the future, I'll probably do more just 2 knives head-to-head instead of 5 knives, because I'm kind of streamlining and simplifying. I'm selling some knives right now because there are a lot of knives out there that are okay, but they just don't deserve me spending the time showing to everybody. Company's that good, not that good. The knife's not that good. So they don't deserve me going through all of the effort and buying the knife and everything else. So, yeah, I don't know. Jeremiah, what are you talking about with the 01 heat treat? I'm not, I don't know if I missed something. I'm not fully tracking what's going down there. Now, the reason that Buck does a hollow grind is Buck sells a lot of knives made in America at an incredibly affordable price at every retail store on the planet, Walmart, everything. To do that, you have to have extremely high volume, and hollow grinds are cheaper to do and faster. And so they're offering a budget option that is honestly quality, not ideal, but it is quality that the masses can get their hands on for cheap. Kudos to them, but if they could find the market to charge $10 more for the knife, put them out to the same retailers with flat grinds, I really think they'd knock it out. And it's kind of been a bummer because it looks like they've come out with some cool flat ground knives, and but they're having them made overseas. And for me, that loses all of the allure. So don't do that. That's a no-go. But they're really, I think, working to hit a price point, you know, and That's what the market dictates, guys. We get what we deserve, sadly. I'm not familiar with William Rogers or his Pucos, but, oh no. So Jeremiah Shine just said that a knife was advertised to him as being Scandi and it came hollow. Like a short Scandi grind done hollow. That's bad. That's just bad news. I would tell him to get the money back or make it over again. I mean, sometimes it's hard dealing with custom makers. I've had a couple custom makers that I have not been happy with and had to be like, hey man, either I was like, hey man, I don't really think this is right. I think this needs to be fixed, or I just sold the knife. I bought one knife that was pretty small, kind of a Puco, and I was so excited for it. And I don't know, man. The edge thickness and geometry and stuff just didn't really work for me. And so there's, you know, it's a bummer when you get a custom knife and it's a letdown. Jeez. Jeremiah Shine, you've really got to be careful with British companies specifically, because almost all companies that say they're British aren't. Sheffield, I don't know if they still make knives in England, but besides then, Great Britain is an economic disaster. So if someone tells you that they're selling a high-value, affordable knife that's made in England, they're lying to you. And every single company that's cranking out crap in Pakistan is saying that the knives are made in England. I don't know why they all choose England. I'm sure there's some kind of reason. I'm sure. Sorry about that, guys. I should be back up right now. Let me know if I am back up or not, because it's not showing my computer, but it is on my phone. Okay. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I want you guys to know I have a public figure page on Facebook that I'm going to start advertising. Anytime you guys want to get a hold of me or send me a message or whatever, feel free to send me a message on Facebook at my public figure page, Jacob Beach Peterson. And any questions that you have, I will be happy not only to answer them, but to talk at length about them if you want. So you can basically have Friday nights with Jake anytime that you want. Yeah, Smith & Wesson, man. It's sad. It's really sad. Europe's imploding, but they've had it coming for over a decade, 2 decades, and we are just eagerly following in their footsteps. So we as societies get what we deserve. And it's not good. Jeez. So, alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up. But like I said, if any of you guys want to message me, I will talk at length about anything that you want. Facebook, Jacob Beach Peterson, public figure. And I would add everybody on my personal Facebook, but it's kind of turned out poorly in the past. And that is a possibility for a lot of people, but you know, for right now, I'm really just trying to keep a little bit of safety distance for myself by doing that. So, anyways, guys, Charles Collier, before I go, payback for colonialism, not necessarily. Although colonialism is bad. Really, obviously, in a lot of ways, really the payback is for citizens subjugating themselves to the crown and allowing society to disarm them physically and mentally, creating a large body that is incapable of doing anything about anything. Sadly, like in America, a large part of that body is incapable even of thought. So when you become so lazy that you would rather have the government take your responsibility and think for you, you deserve what you're going to get ultimately, and that's going to be what's going on. But as far as what we deserve in America, it's the exact same thing, and the generation that has a notion of the purpose of freedom is about to die, and so we're just going to follow Europe right down the old crapper. So, alright guys, good night, and be blessed, and contact me anytime. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week. And congratulations to Red Gat on winning the knife. Oh, I gotta turn it off. Not on the computer.